Hello boys and girls, and welcome to Story Garden. Your host, Diann Boehm. I'm so happy to have you here today. Today, I'm going to be reading our new story, The Little Girl in the Moon. So put on your imagination cap, because imagination makes the world go round. You ready? Let's get started. The Little Girl in the Moon. Here we go. Are your imagination caps on? The little girl in the moon was being tucked into bed when she asked, "Mommy, when will people on Earth know that there's a little girl in the moon?" And look at the beautiful tree on Earth, the gorgeous moon. The little girl in the moon, she absolutely loves being a moonling. Here we go. "Well," said the mommy, "I never really thought about it before. Everyone's always been content that the earthlings enjoy to write and sing about the moon. We never really cared if the earthlings knew we were here. I bet you didn't know you were an earthling, but you live on Earth, so you are an earthling, and so am I. So tell me, my little one, what would you want the Earth children to know about you?" asked the little girl in the moon's mommy. And here's a beautiful picture of the moon overlooking the water. Well, the little girl in the moon began to think. And her mind was swirling around with ideas. "Well, let me think." You start thinking too. Go like that. And a few minutes later, she had some ideas. And here we are. This is like her mind thinking of ideas, just like you. Every time you come up with ideas and you're thinking, lots of colors are happening. And when you have this book, you'll find some hidden pictures. "Oh, I know," said the little girl in the moon. "I would want them to know I can swing just like them," said the little girl in the moon. Now, isn't that an interesting picture? I wonder what's going to happen. Keep watching and see if you can guess. Well, or maybe I would want them to know I like to play just like them, said the little girl in the moon. And here's another picture. A little bit more of her. And some white. Actually, is it white? You'll find out soon. Or maybe I want them to know I like to read just like them, said the little girl in the moon. Look at her now. You can see even more. Shades. Baby blue coming through. Or maybe I would want them to know I like to sing just like them, said the little girl in the moon. Can you sing? La 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 la. Come on. I'm going to pretend I can hear you. Can you sing? That's what she likes to do too. You're like the little girl in the moon. Well, or maybe I would want them to know that I'm just like them, said the little girl in the moon. And there's some more of her. She's really starting to appear now. But mostly I dream about going to the Earth like they dream of going to the moon. Oh, we can almost see her. Well, the mommy in the moon smiled and gave her a good night kiss and whispered, "Sweet dreams, my little one, my sweet little girl in the moon." "Night, Mommy, I love you," whispered the little girl in the moon. And there she is, our first picture of a moonling. The end. Now in this story, let's talk about it for a minute. You might be thinking, oh, she looks so different. Look at this eye is different from that eye, and she has little freckles, and in each picture her hair was a little different. Well, you know, when I went to illustrate the pictures, I thought, how shall I illustrate? And then I thought, well, you can use your imagination easily and picture what it's like to swing or read or sing, so why should I paint something you can already imagine? But in school, you study the phases of the moon. So I thought, why don't I do it by the phases of the moon? Here's a full moon and a 3/4 moon. And then you saw the banana moon when we first started. And you saw the half moon as she was introduced. And there's the banana moon. And as you notice, the hair is different each time. Well, in school, you study about the reflections. And so, of course, the shadings are going to be different. But mostly, I want you to know that even though she looks different, and don't worry, boys, a little boy in the moon's coming soon, the important thing is people can be different, but that doesn't mean they're not fun to be around. So look around, and if you see someone that you haven't been friends with yet, say hi. Who knows? They could be your new best friend. Kindness and love is so important in the world. And just because someone seems different doesn't mean they really are. And if you think they're different, they might be thinking you're different, and then you're both scared. But once you start talking, hopefully you'll discover a new best friend. And that is the whole point of the story of the little girl in the moon. I hope I'll see you again back in Story Garden, and stay tuned for many more adventures of the moonlings and the little girl and the little boy in the moon. I have lots of surprises for you, as well as other stories. I hope you have a really wonderful day, and don't forget to embrace imagination. In the meantime, have a great day.